Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 6.
The gradual warm-up throughout the day has been nice, but don't forget that roads remain icy in spots. Too much speed on interstates and highways or at intersections can lead to trouble. We started the day with double digits below zero, and we're now above zero.
Which is good. We deserve it and more. Hutch, what's the timeline for tonight?
Well, it does look like we're going to see some changes during the overnight hours. We enjoyed a lot of wind-free hours today, making the 0 to 5 above feel pretty nice. But as we head into the evening, that wind is going to increase out of the south. A few clouds over Minnesota, bringing a few flakes to our far eastern counties, but that's about it for this evening. Look at the temperatures out to the west. 20s and even 30s are on their way. But for tonight, the warm-up includes an increase in wind. With single-digit temperatures, it will not only be wind chilly, but that fluffy snow will drift across roads once again, creating for some icy conditions for your commute tonight and first thing in the morning. But those south winds are going to win eventually, bringing much milder weather to the valley. I'll have details on a warm-up coming up here in just a few minutes. Just remember, continue to allow that extra time for your commute.
But gone are the minus signs.
But gone are the minus signs.
Thank you.
You bet.
The Fargo Police Department is trying to identify a male and female believed to be involved in a theft case. Take a look at these surveillance photos. The man was driving a red Ram pickup, and the woman wearing a Bison sweatshirt was the passenger. Police say they're suspected of using stolen credit cards and were possibly involved in stealing a vehicle. If you can provide information on these two, call police at 241-1405.
In Grand Forks, police have released new surveillance photos as they continue to investigate an armed robbery at a convenience store last week. During their investigation, police found this picture from another area business, showing this man with clothing very similar to the store's on-surveillance photo. The witnesses say that the man entered the Valley Dairy on Columbia Road, showed a knife, and demanded money last Friday. Anyone with information can call Grand Forks Police at 701-787-8000.
A man is in critical condition after he was found lying on a road in below zero temperatures this morning. Authorities were called out just after 8 a.m. to a county road about 6 miles west of Colfax on a report of a man with extreme hypothermia. They say 51-year-old Daniel Haverland of Walcott, North Dakota, was found by family members and appeared to have walked almost 6 miles away from his vehicle that was stuck in a ditch. He was later airlifted to Sanford Hospital in Fargo for treatment. The National Weather Service reports that air temps in the southern Red River Valley were minus 15 at the time he was found, with a wind chill around minus 30. The incident is still under investigation.
Authorities in Cass County, Minnesota are investigating a juvenile female found dead. The girl's body was discovered early Friday morning at the city of Cass Lake. Officials have not released much information, but say there's no threat to the public and in relation to this incident, and they are waiting for final autopsy results. The girl's name has not been released. A man involved in an hours-long standoff with police is set to change his plea to guilty tomorrow. Tate Smith Nerline is facing 4 felony charges after holding police at bay for 5 hours in August. The incident happened at 1007 8th Avenue North in Fargo. A woman in the house at the time jumped out a window to get away. SWAT was called in and took another woman from the home. Smith Nerline eventually surrendered. His change of plea hearing is set for 8:30 tomorrow morning.
A lesson on what not to do when trying to thaw frozen pipes after a fire at a Jamestown apartment complex led to residents being evacuated on a cold night. The call came in after 5 last night at 610 11th Street Northeast. The Jamestown Fire Department says the fire started between 2 floors and was caused by someone using a heat gun to thaw water pipes. That person was able to extinguish most of the blaze before firefighters arrived, and then they put out the rest of the fire. No one was hurt.
A Minnesota woman is dead after a crash near Bemidji. Minnesota State Patrol is saying 51-year-old Claudia Levy of Solway died after her truck went off the road on Highway 2 yesterday morning and rolled. It was one of hundreds of crashes reported yesterday. No travel advisories were issued in Minnesota and North Dakota because of the dangerous driving conditions.
A West Fargo man is facing several charges after allegedly stealing a truck and hitting a police car. It started around 7 last night when a car was reported stolen from Casey's on 25th Street and 20th Avenue South in Fargo. Police tried to stop the driver, but he wouldn't pull over. They say he then rammed one of their vehicles before leading them on a short chase. Officers were able to disable the vehicle with help from OnStar and then make the arrest. 25-year-old Ryan Love is in the Cass County Jail on a number of charges, including reckless endangerment and automobile theft. Police say no officers were hurt when the squad car was hit. They're reminding people to lock their vehicles, even if it's left for a short period of time.
One of the oldest jails in the state of Minnesota is getting a makeover, and taxpayers are footing the bill. The $17 million Pennington County Justice Center is behind schedule, but law enforcement says that it will save counties tax dollars in the long run because of the vast number of issues it's going to fix. One of the most urgent is the overcrowding in the jail. It'll increase capacity from 40 to 90 inmates. In the meantime, the county has spent around $500,000 a year on housing inmates in other county jails.
That's called a bolt, an extra bed that we can put on the floor. Because of our overcrowding, we've had to resort to things like this, just because we don't have the room.
Officials are hoping that the new facility will be up and running before the end of June.
Minnesota Governor Mark Dayton says $1.5 billion is needed for infrastructure issues throughout the state. Dayton's Public Works bill for 2018 would make investments to build colleges and universities in Minnesota and improve or repair state buildings, among other things. Highlights include millions of dollars for Minnesota state campuses, including the design of MSUM's Weld Hall. According to State Representative Ben Lean, local projects like the Clay County Transfer Station and the 11th Street Underpass in Moorhead need to be prioritized.
Women are in the spotlight at the White House today as the Trump administration is holding a series of discussions on the economy, health care, and national security. Included in that discussion is North Dakota's First Lady, Catherine Helgas Burgum. As one of the guests, she spoke on the panel about the opioid crisis, which is a topic close to her heart.
Right. Well, I'm super grateful to be here and represent North Dakota, but it's really important to me personally because I've been in recovery for 15 years. So the whole opioid situation is devastating our nation. And so having the White House get behind solutions and having Kellyanne lead the process is really going to be important. So it's great that the president has elevated this to a national emergency.
President Trump arrived halfway through the event and recognized Helgas Burgum for her efforts.
In the world of fashion, beauty, and advertising, models are routinely tweaked and trimmed in photos. Critics of the practice say it promotes unrealistic ideas about body image. The nation's largest drugstore chain, CVS, says it will stop materially retouching models in ads for its store brand beauty products by 2020. CVS defines significant alterations as changing a person's shape, size, proportion, skin, or eye color, wrinkles, or any other individual characteristics. CVS aims to push its suppliers in a similar direction. With more than 9,700 stores, CVS holds a degree of sway in the industry.
Richland County School District can claim top honors in the state and will win $25,000 in Samsung technology. Richland won the Samsung Solve the Tomorrow contest. Judges liked their approach in using science, technology, engineering, and math to solve a real community issue. A month from now, the school will be submitting a video to compete nationally.
Later on Valley News Live at 6, a fired up community as residents wrestle with talk of closing their high school.